Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions of Beckers. Another very beautiful Sunday morning, and once again, we are back with our predictions. All right, we always look at football matches going on across the globe, and we select a few of these matches. Make verdicts on recent games that both teams have had. Using those stats, we always come up with the best possible verdict for each of the matches that are going on. That's what we do. And yesterday we had a very, very good outing. We saw all the games that we had here yesterday doing so very well. Aside Chelsea, who actually had to capitulate towards the dying moments of the game, drawing on that very occasion against Brentford, which was quite unfortunate. But we did, very well yesterday, winning everything there yesterday. And yesterday, we actually had, 99% victory yesterday. But, we had those games in the VIP special, winning their games yesterday as well. So I enjoy to tell you to join our VIP. We'll put out games that have the higher probability of coming out correctly. Don't able to join, you can always find the link in the description of this very video, as well as anywhere you see join channel membership around this very video. And also remember that we're going to have a big odds Sunday today. It will be on the VIP special group. Don't able to join. It's only for VIP special, and we're going to look at big odds that have that higher likelihood of coming out correctly, in my opinion. So don't able to join. We'll be winning good games there. So I don't know. Don't miss out. All right. All right. Today we have quite exciting games going on, and we have the first amongst them in the Premier League in Russia, where we have Baltika, who will be facing Zenit St. Petersburg. And in this very encounter, we know that Baltika, they've won 2 games and 2 draws and 2 losses in the last 6 matches. And for Zenit St. Petersburg, they've had 4 wins and a draw, as well as 1 loss. And when you take a look at how they fared from home and away basis, the home side, Baltica, winning 3 games, and they've actually drawn 5 matches. Also losing to the last home match they had, so they were losing to CSK Moscow on that very because of the 2-0. But we saw Zenit St. Petersburg, who's been playing from away, winning 4 matches from away, and they won the last away game they had against Orenburg by 5-3 on that very occasion. So we expect Zenit St. Petersburg, who have been quite a very good side in in Premier League, and we saw them also beating Baltica the last time they met. And the last 4 times they met, saw Zenit winning against Baltica on each occasion. So we are going with the way side Zenit to win out of in this very one. And we win. That's our verdict, okay? And we head to the next game for today. Quickly, we erase a game in the Danish first division. We call it Danish Superliga, where we have Viborg who will be facing AGF, who's that's what we call it. And we look at the recent games of these two sides. You can see Viborg winning 4 matches and losing 2 games. And away side, on the other hand, the AGF winning 4 games, drawing 1 and also losing 1. All right, when you look at how they fared for home and away basis, you can see the home side have actually won 5 matches and a draw in the last 10 home games. They've also lost 4 games. And away side, on the other hand, AGF have actually won 2 matches and drawn 3. They've lost 5 matches from the last 10 away matches that they had. But as a matter of fact, you could see they are quite in good form in recent time. We could see the last 5 games that they had saw them, drawing 3 and winning 2 in the last 10 away matches. Okay, so the last home game for Viborg saw them losing to Singapore by 3-2, while their away side, AGF won against the Odense by 5-1 on that very occasion. We saw them also defeating the likes of Copenhagen by 3-2 from away. So this is not a very, this is actually a very strong side, AGF. And the last time they met was a 1-1 draw, and they played out a 1-1 draw 2 occasions. And also, that we saw AGF beating this very side from home. The last one we saw AGF winning 2 and drawing 2 against Viborg. So here we'll be going with the away side to either win or draw, and yet we're going to see at least 2 goals in this very encounter. So I will win or draw and over 1.5. That's what we're for that very encounter. And the next is in Swedish first division, where we have Vasalund. Actually, Swedish first division North, Division 1 North. That's what it's called. We have Vasalund who will be coming up against Assyriska, and we know that Vasalund is the top side in that very division. They've actually won 4 matches and drawn 1 in the last 6 games. They've also lost 1, and Assyriska on the other hand have won 2 matches, have lost 4. All right, and from home and away basis, you can see that the home side have actually won 7 matches and drawn 2, losing just 1 in the last 10 home games that they had. And away side, Assyriska managing 2 wins and 2 draws, and 3 draws rather, but they've also lost 5 matches in the last 10 away games. And they've also been losing out on the last 3 away matches that they had, losing heavily to Hammarby Talang on that very occasion. Okay, and also we look at how they fare from head-to-head basis. You can see the last time they met, it was Assyriska who actually won against this very side by 3 goals to 0. But we are going with the home side at Vasalund, who have been a top performer in the league at the moment, to win out shortly against this away side. So home win out shortly. That's what value for that very one. And the next, also in the Danish third division, where we have Holbæk B&I coming up against FA 2000. And in this very encounter, we could see the home side, Holbæk, doing very well. In recent times, they've actually won 4 matches and losing just 2 games out of the last 6 matches. And the FA 2000 winning 2, losing 4 in the last 6 matches. Okay, and from home and away perspective, you can as well see that the home side, have had 8 victories and 2 draws. They've not lost a single match in the last 10 home matches. And the away side, FA 2000, having 5 wins and 5 losses as well in the last 10 away games. All right, we saw them also losing the last 2 away games that they had. And the last time they met, it was a 0-0 draw that played out on that very occasion. But the last time Holbæk played from home, they actually won against this very side. So we are going with the home side to take the day in this very encounter. It is a home side to win out shortly. That's what value for that very one. And also we head to the next step for today. It is in Slovenia, first division, where we have Primorje to be up against Aluminij. All right, and then look at Primorje. In the last 6 matches, saw them losing 4 games and drawing 2, and Aluminij on the other hand winning 3 matches and drawing 1, also losing 2 games in the last 6 matches. Okay, from home and away perspective, you could see that the home side Primorje managed only 3 wins and 3 draws. They've also lost 6 matches in the last 10 home games that they have so far, and actually they've lost 4 matches in the last 10 home matches. Okay, the last home game saw them play out a 1-1 draw against Olympia, but we saw them losing to Viborg by 2-0 prior to that very occasion. Okay, and here we have Aluminij, who actually does very well from away, winning 8 matches in the last 10 away games, and they've also had 1 draw as well as 1 loss. So we'll be expecting the Aluminij, who actually does so very well, to achieve a result once again against this very side. So we are going with the away side, either winning or drawing, and under 4.5. So away win or draw and under 4.5. That's what value for that very encounter. And the next which will be the last for today on the pre-version of our games, is in Deutsche Eredivisie, where we have Utrecht will be coming up against Groningen. And judging with the recent games, and we've seen Utrecht doing so very well from home, winning 7 matches and drawing 2 and 1 draw. But we saw Groningen on the other hand doing poorly from away, only 1 win and a draw, but have lost 8 games in the last 10 away matches. So we are going with the home side, Utrecht, to do very well against Groningen. It is the home side to win out shortly. That's what we expect for that very game. And that concludes it for us today on Best Craft. We wish you the very best of luck and hope the tickets goes great. Remember to play responsibly, as these are football matches. Sometimes it may not be exactly what it presents. Also, note that we have a big odd Sunday happening today, and we'll be putting those games in the VIP special group to endeavor to join, as well as other VIP games will be there also. And those today can always find the link in the description of this very video, as well as anywhere you see join channel membership around this very video. All right, that being said, tomorrow is another day. We'll be back with our predictions, but until that time, keep winning.